What you're going through right now are preparing you for what it is that you want. Whatever it is in life that you want, the hard times are given to you so that you can grow and so you can get stronger. You cannot be trusted with a lot unless you can be trusted with a little. That's how life is. Everything that you've been praying for, everything that you've asked the universe for is coming to you, but you just have to keep going and go through the hard moments and grow for what you want. And when you get there, you will see that you could not connect the dots looking forward, but you'll see how the struggles were the most important part of the journey to get you to where you wanted to be.
Ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. I know there's a whole bunch of people with that right there. That fires me up. That makes me fucking happy, what you just said. That brings joy to my life right there.
Why?
Because I know there's so many people that have the ability and just refuse to get off that couch. Refuse to study a few more hours. Refuse to go deeper, to go further. And that's where I gain the advantage. It's so easy to be great nowadays, my friend, because most people are weak. No one sits down and makes a plan for becoming obese. No one decides a dead-end job is perfect. And no one purposefully designs a relationship that leads to unhappiness. These things happen. They creep in on us. Every new rung you climb in the ladder of life is an opportunity to settle, to get comfortable. People stagnate in their careers, and some athletes never make it to the next level. They knowingly or unknowingly get soft and comfortable. The second you embrace comfort is the second you stop progressing, even if you have made it pretty far. We all have a fire in us, whether you are aware of this fire or not. It doesn't change the fact that humans are born with an innate desire to improve. The problem is that over time, we suffocate this fire. The average American spends 3 to 4 hours on a phone each day. What could you do with this amount of time? Add that time up and you could have gone back to school, gotten a private pilot's license, started a business, and so much more. You can look at your phone, binge-worthy, video service, or any other time suck as a giant pacifier shoved in your mouth, just like we give to babies who need to be soothed. Every time you pacify yourself, the fire you have inside is suffocating. Who could you become? What could you do? What impact could you make? Most humans will go to their graves without having answered these questions. You won't find out if you don't feed the fire. We have the desire, but it's easy for us to get sedated. The unwillingness to pursue discomfort together with the hyper-comfortable lives we live lead to laziness, sparking most of our problems today.
You don't even realize how much potential you have. You think you're just confined to the reality you currently live in, that you're just born the way you are and that's the way it is, and just because it's been this way this whole time that it can't be any other way. It's not true. It doesn't matter what your story's been up to this point. Who is responsible for finishing the story? It's not your parents. It's not your genetics. It's not your friends. It's not your family. It's not any of the things that you've been blaming your entire life. It's you. So you can either sit there and continue to blame everyone else and tell everyone that you don't know what it's like to be me. Or you can say, you know what? My story's been what it's been. Things have gone the way they've gone, and I can't change that. But what I can do is take control of my future. I can choose to not be a victim anymore. And I may not have control over everything that happens in the future either, but I can do a whole lot more than I've been doing.
It is not going to be an easy day. In fact, it may not necessarily be an easy life. But you have a life, and with this life, failure will come, but you gotta believe in it. You got to trust in it. You got to stand on it. You got to stay away from the things that's not building you up, and feed your ideas, feed your dreams, because they're starving right now. You must be stronger than your excuses. You must be stronger than your circumstances. You must be stronger than your fears. You need a little bit of faith and understanding that you can go further in your life. My ideas, my dreams, my vision, they're gonna see it. How can I progress? How can I believe if I'm afraid to take a chance? Make this moment count.
I get happier about the harder it is because I know that no one else will follow.
It's a selection effect.
And I think if you can shift from this is hard to no one else will be able to do this, then it flips from being this thing that you're like, oh, poor me, to oh, poor everyone else who's going to have to fucking try.
If you feel you should do something or desire to do something that matters, that is worth doing, resistance comes. We live in a soft world where you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. The existence of resistance cripples us. This idea is no different than lifting a heavy load for increased strength. If you want to get stronger, you will need to lift a mass. This mass will resist your muscles through gravity. If you do it, you will be better for it. The more you lift that resistance for the long term, the easier it gets over months and years. You will have to move on to new challenges and meet further resistance if you want to continue to get stronger. Fighting resistance for progress rings true in the gym and in life. Some people do not fight resistance at all, garnering little success in life. Others challenge resistance to a certain point and then get comfortable, never increasing the load. These are the people who achieve a moderate level of success, but who stop short. The effort required to oppose resistance will be met with an equal amount of success. Never stop fighting resistance. Never stop growing, and never ever get comfortable.
And that pain that you are dealing with right now, those things that you are feeling in your heart right now, these are going to put you in a position to make you feel that you are not worthy. But I'm here to let you know that you are worthy and you are built to last because your creation matters. Every step that you take on this earth matters. And you, my friend, has just begun. There are going to be many things that are going to go on in your life all the time, and you're not going to always be able to smile. You're going to have those days when you're going to have to cry, and it's okay to cry. But don't let yourself be vulnerable to weakness. Don't let weakness consume you. Don't let hopelessness consume you. Be about your business. Understand that you got to keep living and living strong. So don't ever question the fact that you got to go through what you're going through and feel that why is this happening to you and why are you going through these things and what did I do so bad to deserve all of this misery in my life? Why do you feel that because you're struggling, that your life is over? Your life is not over. It has just begun.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
So when you think about success, think about the discomfort. Discomfort will become how you prioritize everything and organize your effort to achieve what will genuinely make you grow. It's easy to say, chase discomfort, and if that was all there was to it, I could end up here. You could go after things that make you feel uncomfortable and see results. There is some truth to this, but in the real world, it's a bit more complicated. The challenge is that you need to find discomfort in the right areas and the right amounts. You will need to prioritize your discomfort daily. Unfocused and occasional discomfort will result in some progress. However, the growth you see with this type of effort will result in a linear progression, and what we are chasing are geometric results. You don't only need to do something that makes you uncomfortable today. You need to put a focus on your discomfort, compounded in the same areas over decades. You may have to start small, but one area of discomfort will build on the next area. And as this happens, you will see more and more success. When you see a successful person in any domain, there is no doubt they have been pursuing discomfort for a very long time.
If you want to win big in the beginning, you're not going to have it all. You're going to start earlier, you're going to work later, you're going to work weekends, you're going to skip beers with the boys, you're going to miss a dance recital or a baseball game. The question is just whether you want to make the trade for the thing that you want now, for the thing that you want most. And everything has a price. And so if you're not willing to make the trade, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just about what trades you are willing to make, because the person who wants to be you is willing to trade more than you are.
When they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they said, why is it that you're working out so hard? 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face. The others are working out just as hard as you do, and they look sour in the face. And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I'm shooting for a goal. In front of me is the Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision turn into reality. Every single set that I do, every repetition, every weight that I lift will get me a step closer to turn this goal into reality. So I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound squat. I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound bench press. I couldn't wait to do another 2,000 reps of sit-ups. I couldn't wait for the next exercise.
They sucked once. They got uncomfortable, kept at it, and then they started to suck a little bit less. Over time, they went from sucking to decent. After they were decent, they became good. They then went from good to great, and finally to world class. The key is daily over decades. Pursuit builds success. Continuous daily pursuit is very uncomfortable.
So what if you fail? So what if you have to start over? So what if it doesn't work out? Yeah, it's nice when your efforts pay off, but some things are just meant to teach you about the process of hard work. They're meant to humble you with the fact that sometimes you don't get what you want, but you can still be satisfied knowing that you left one less stone unturned. Not everything is supposed to lead to success, so just stay the course.
There was probably 100 days where I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to stay in the pool or stay in my bed and not get out. But those were the days where you have to. You have to get up and do something, because I think that's really what separates the good from the great. The greats do things when they don't always want to do them.
We all have the same building blocks. We all have 24 hours in a day to shape our future and build who we want to become. However, some succeed at a high level and others coast into mediocrity or worse. Today, you can have anything you want whenever you want. New technological advances are inspiring and impressive, but are we leading it, or are these advances leading us to a life of slothful ease? You need to concentrate your efforts and limit distraction. Embrace the suck and get comfortable handling challenges alone.